Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, the internet beckons and I must answer because it is showtime. Yes. Bloop. We're back in Torchlight Infinite. There's been a change up in the builds, which I can explain if anyone's interested. Short version, the build I was following has been deprecated by changes to the game, so I had to track down another build. It was fine for leveling, but the build I was planning on swapping to at 75 was... Need what, 6 here? 6, so I need 2 Time Mark 3s for the Glacial Abyss. 2 Time Mark 3s. Greater. Sharp. Glacial Abyss. Time Mark 3. We need 2. Maybe we didn't need to. We probably could have done it and seen if we got one before we had, but... Path of Progression buff. We've got that. We're almost there. Claim that. Claim that. Got anything else to claim? No. These are just telling me that I haven't completed the builds yet, which is accurate because I'm not as high a level. Lone Star Wolf. Bestest wolf ever. Alright, let's see. That's purple. Purple's better than blue. Let's go with that. I'm out into the basic part of the endgame, which is running maps, similar to running maps in PoE 2, or PoE. More like PoE. So the new build is has got better clear, but it's not quite as good single target. Doing about half the damage as best I can determine. But that's fine. So what happened is basically because frequently between seasons the game has significant changes, builds and whatnot. The build I was planning on following, it doesn't work. Literally the build code doesn't work. There's a mechanic I'll show you in a minute that allows you to basically link a build and have the game automatically follow it. And I am doing that on a different build because the code I had no longer processed, wouldn't even load because the skills have been changed around. Oh, dead ends. We ARPG players love dead ends. Anyway. So they have a nice mechanic in the game. Which I'll show you right now. Well, first of all, number of skills leveled up. What's up? You go pro builds, quick builds. I'm following this one, and it lists the skills and supports they were using at the time they saved it. And so because I don't have all of the skills and supports in place, it's telling me I need to add things, and that's true, I do. They have 343 energy. I have like, what, 150 or something? $138, which is used to add additional links. we are doing the time mark 3. And this is kind of what a lot of the endgame builds in this game are going to look like. Not explicitly, ooh, they're going to have exactly these purple lines going everywhere. But they're going to murder everyone. At least for the basic stuff. Big bosses are going to be, well, a lot bossier, shall we say. But at the end game, or early end game, which is where I am, yeah, a lot of builds are just going to be absolute. I mean, my earlier build that I was playing, which was the leveling build, was doing good work on batches of mobs, mind you, but not to this degree. On the other hand, it was doing about twice the single target damage. But this is not a finished build. Those are the league mechanic. Well, I'll be doing the league mechanic as soon as I finish up this round of maps. I'll do a total of 6 maps in the boss. Taken care of. See if any of these are... Huh. Well, more evasion. Int is good. Damage. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's an upgrade. Upgrades do not come frequently. That is significant damage add. But it does not have energy. Maybe rings don't get energy? Anyway, the 2 rings I'm using came from some of the, basically the treasure dungeons. I got 2 of them as recommended. They are incredible for survivability while leveling. A friend of mine started playing earlier today, and he's got 2 of these rings. Since he's got those rings, he's had 0 issues staying alive. So basic materials will be we'll go there, and we'll move on. We're in time mark 3. We need 4 more maps to access the Glacial Abyss Watcher. And we can do it. This one gives you a reward for finishing off 2. This one gives you a reward for finishing off 2. This one will give me a reward for finishing off 4. So I'm going to go with that one. Unsurprisingly, it is not great at explaining mechanics to a new player. It is a perfectly good, playable, fun, blasting ARPG. But those guys are really bad. They have a channeled cone attack that will kill you. Ooh, we've got I think that's a prior league mechanic. A league I did not play. The big tentacled chest here. Make sure we've killed everyone who's in the immediate vicinity. Yep, it's going to drop mobs. That's not a great place. I've opened the door to the Overrealm. I have no idea what that means. But we're going in a second after I got the appropriate loot. All right, now we're going in. I've been here once before to the Overrealm. I have no memory of it, actually. Remaining attempts, that's... If you die, you can do most of the content. They'll give you multiple shots at it. So it looks like there is a moving timer dial over there. I don't know what it means, but at the end of it. Okay, there's the door. I guess we're supposed to kill as much stuff as we can. I will come back and grab, see if we had any loot that I wanted to pick up. Ooh, that is a 1. I don't know what the 1 means over there. But we're going to click on that before we go through. Ah, okay, that's right. There was this containment dossier, and I have no idea what it means, but it is what it is. We have 1 point. That's what the 1 was for. Reverse clock. The contained object, reverse clock, has a chance to appear in the overroom. Severed wing. And then they have expurgated, censored, blacked out stuff, living gun. Sure. No. We want to. We do get loot from that. Ah, there it is. I definitely need to set my visual filter up to start filtering out the schmutz. Because, you know, it's very easy to have too much schmutz. You can quote me on that. Alright, map boss coming up. Map boss going down. Ooh. Lots more. Equivalent of skill gem and support gem levels up. So we got 3 more maps, and then a map boss, and then we're doing a run on the event, which I will try and explain in some detail because it's freaking complicated. I had to watch somebody else play it to kind of go, oh, and the interface doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to click on things multiple times to get them to work. That's not the sort of Ooh, he came almost freaking killed me there. I think that was a special mob from one of the league mechanics, but I'm damned if I know which. Also, I probably just damned it. And you will die. I don't think it has a hardcore option. I would certainly never, ever recommend it. That's the one thing. Kind of what you want to do is it's a game where you want to blast. You want to run. Go fast and kill lots of stuff. And playing cautiously is kind of contrary to the way the game's designed. Another level for me. Okay, somebody over here is doing bad things. I got some outerwear. That guy is bad. We dislike him as he has given us a number of unpleasant, unsavory, unsightful deaths. As you can see, a bajillion different kinds of currencies and whatnot. That's what those things, for the most part, are. And another one bites the proverbial dust. You did level up, so down my node. These green circles are the ones that are in the build guide I'm following. Quite easy to follow. Let's do a quick run through here and see if we've got anything that might be an improvement. Odds are pretty slim. I take that back. That has a lot of damage. There's the damage coming. Cast speed is doing that much? I'm dubious. The numbers on those are good guidelines, but they are not to be taken literally in all cases. Additional energy shield? Yes, I do like energy shield. Additional erosion damage? Sure. Cast speed? Yeah. Erosion resistance? That may be my first erosion resistance. It is. Here's my resistances, you can see, and that's my first erosion resistance. I have been spewing out lots and lots of erosion, but had no resistance against sane. A couple of those are just definitely not going to make this build. Oops, we got 2 more maps and then the boss. Yeah, these two. One here, and then this one will reappear again. You don't have to do the little do 2 or 4, but there's no good reason not to. Is something back there? We did. I do have to say, the AoE clear on this is very, very nice. So, be very strong in maps, as you can see, because blast through, killing most everything, and then the weight on the boss is pretty quick. Boss coming. One more map, then the boss, and then we will do the mechanic, which we're close to the max on. I think it costs 12 per go. We're at 45 to 48. 48 is the max. And this has done its countdown to 3 to 1, so this is the last one, and we'll get... I can't even remember what that is. Yeah, we have no points to spend. These are sort of like in mapping. In PoE, when you get to the end, you start getting Atlas points. It's similar. You get to choose eventually. These are all league mechanics, specific league mechanics. You'll get to choose which mechanics you found fun in the past and can put your points in there. But right now, we're just sort of in the earlier part of the end game. Oh, we're not ready for him yet. That's where we want to go. We're going. And I would say it is an understatement that I do not have a deep grasp of this. I would describe it as a solid beginner's grasp. played it a bunch. The currency you need to have to buy stuff in game from the auction house is called Flame Elemental. Okay, who's throwing shit at me? Somebody's still throwing crap at me. It's called Flame Elementium, or FEs. And those don't show up until, I'm not sure, 80s maybe? And so I have, in some ways, gotten into the 90s and had, a decent amount of FEs that I could use to buy better gear and sell stuff. So, but I don't believe the market is even open to me yet. I think that's level based. And my level don't cut it. I could have actually looked, but I don't have any flame elements. I've never played it on mobile, but it is also, I believe, cross-platform. I know it is on mobile. I believe you can play the same character on both platforms. We have a precious forged chest. A bunch of various currencies. And now I believe we have the boss fight. This Watcher was 6 of 6. Pardon me. We got it. Unlock a new plane, which is a new batch of maps and a boss. By having done time mark 1, there's one set of maps and boss. Time mark, you do that, it opens up time mark 2. You add the second one, you do both of those. That adds the third, and so on. Just opened up time mark 4. Cleared 20 Glacial Abyss stages. This is one of the rewards in the game. This is just the battle pass, season pass, the free track. I have not paid. I think it's 20 bucks a season. That gives you the access to the new character class and all the extra goodies. I'm not positive about that. Do not quote me. Don't you dare quote me. That would hurt my feeling. Just have the one. Alright. Recycle those. I didn't check to make sure. No, and no. We do have a Siren Face Guard already. That's got energy of 10. This one's got much more massive. So we want this one in there and this one to be destroyed. Your favorite quote of me is, "Do not quote me." You know, that does not surprise me at all. I'm energetically shaking my fish. My fish. I'm shaking my fish. You know, the mouth is just not doing its job anymore. Why is that happening? That should not be happening. There we go. That worked. Okay. No, in here. Sure. All right, now I'm going to do the league mechanic. Lack of alcohol. Yeah, I believe that. I'm going to a grocery store on Monday. I'll also be weighing myself on Monday. Depending on where the weight comes in, the alcohol will come in. That's my reward for when I'm bringing the weight down. All right, we are going to, this is the one we did last. We're going to abandon this surgery. Start a new one. All right, so here's the explanation. You start with 3 critters in your 6 test tubes. They have an activity, which is the heart. And so the Rust Halberdiers have 5 activity each, and there's 24 of them. 15 times 12, 15 times 12. The objective is to get the ultimate activity, the sum, as high as you can. The higher you get it, the more rewards you get, and then once you've got all 6 rewards, the quality of the rewards will go up, and you'll get more and more stuff from it. The last round I did, I had, I think it was 4 purple quality rewards and 2 red quality. Red is higher. Here we have the quality of the mob. These are rares, the yellows, the blues are magic, the whites are commons, the reds are the big boys. We have 13 rounds of cards that we'll be playing, and the cards will affect them. These are surgical instruments. They'll go up here, and they are a buff to the entire experience. So, activity plus 35 to activity to all monsters when a monster mutates into an Amberon. So, if we're going to be mutating these guys into this is an Amberon. You've got that little icon there. That's the bone sentries. We have 2 of those. Amberons. We have at least 2 groups of bone sentries, which we do. 180 quantity to 1 random group of monsters. Huh, that's a lot. When you have rare or boss agitos, we don't. So one of these 2, that's 35. I think we'll start with this as we have 2 groups of bone sentries, and this will add 180 quantity to 1 random batch. Whichever batch it goes, we're going to want to probably stick with those. I think you kind of want to choose a particular flavor overall and try and emphasize that flavor, which sounds really quite gross. One thing I've noticed, a lot of times I have to click multiple times for it to recognize the click. So if you're playing, keep that in mind, especially I had an issue before I realized that. We have 2 groups of bone sentries, right? We have 2. So one of these is going to get 180 quantity. Currently they're at 15, 15, and 5 quantity. So, no, sorry. They're 24, 12, and 12. Oh, when you have... I'm guessing that must be in play while we're fighting. Okay. Now we have potions. Randomly mutate up to 3 groups of monsters that are not Amberons. That would be the 2 patrol guards. But we want bone sentries around. Select 1 group of monsters and add activity to 2 groups of the same rarity. We don't have enough to take full advantage of that. 32 quantity of 4 random groups of monsters with a different rarity. That would only affect 2 as well. Select 1 group of monsters and 31 activity to 2 groups of monsters of the same rarity. So, we're trying. We're actively trying to click. There we go. There we go. Oh, that hit the magic spot briefly until I clicked off it. There we go. I have no idea. If I'm misclicking in the wrong place, I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, all right, both of those went up. So We now have more of each of them. No, we have the same number of each of them, but they're each more powerful. So we're up to 1,224 ultimate activity. The next reward is at 2,000. I got up to like 400,000 previously. Let's say targeted xenohormones, select one group of monsters and remove them. Add 2 groups of magic monsters. All right, we're going to remove. Select one group, mutate them into bone sentries, and add 62. Mutate them into bone sentries. We're going to mutate these guys into bone sentries. There we go. Yay! And we skipped right over. We went from like 1,500 to 4,000, so we got the 2,000 and 4,000 reward. We have 2 potions and a kit that will basically re-roll our potions. At any time, we can re-roll all of our cards 3 times. I don't know what that does, the ×4 button in the lower left. Let's see, plus 11 activity to all pests for every group of pests. We don't have any pests. Select 1 or 2 groups of monsters and fuse them into one group of pests. We don't have any pests. Stop being a pest. Let's re-roll our potions. Viviparous hormone. Add a group of pests. Pests. 50% to add 2. Select 1 group of monsters. 2 groups of the same archetype. So that's going to add activity to 2 groups. We need more critters, I think. Add a group of Agitos and add 31. Let's add a group of pests and give us a 50% chance to add 2 more, as we could fill up our tubes that way. We did. We got lucky. So we now have 3 groups of pests and 3 group of bone sentries. Select 1 to 2 groups of monsters and fuse them into 1 group of pests. So, I like that. What we can do is we can take these 2 groups and fuse them into this group, which is already a rare. These ones are just magic. Oh wait, we have magic and common. So, we click on this. There we go. Click on that. Click on that. And this thing is going to get bigger. It's currently at a 180 activity. 2,880 activity. Parasitic butterflies. Yum. When you have normal magic and elite monsters at the same time, plus 20 to all. At the end of the round, this is while you're fighting, activity and quantity of monsters with both quantity and activity higher than 150. That's a tough ask. And quantity higher than 275. Go with this one because at least it should work. At least some of the time. Let's see. Add 32 quantity to 4 random group of monsters, each with a different rarity. We have common, magic, and rare. We don't have a 4th. So 3 of them would get 32 additional quantity. Select a group of monsters and 31 activity to 2 groups of monsters with the same rarity. So we have 3. Oh, missed it. There we go. So these should both get 31 activity added, which will be big bonuses. They're at 2880 and 1440. Yeah. Big bonuses. So we got up to 25 Kai. We're almost up to the next reward. And we have a full batch of 6 rewards. Now they're going to start increasing in quality. Select 1 group of monsters on 154 to their quantity, then remove 2 groups of monsters of different archetypes. We don't want to lose those anymore. So we're going to remove those 2, I think, because they're both pretty low. No, that one and that one. Yeah, that one and that one. Because right now our parasites are looking pretty good. Let's see, 1 group of pests. That would be good. 50% chance for 2 additional. We don't need that. We only have 1 empty. Select 1 group of monsters. 127 to their quantity and remove 1 group of monsters. Probably better. Currently, the highest batch of potency that we've got is 97. But that's of a different archetype, which means we'd have to remove one of the parasites. One of the... I don't want to do that. But it would add a lot. Add one group of pests. No. Select one group and remove two groups of different monsters of different types. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we're going to select one group. We're going to add that. There. We're going to remove. That's got more value, but that's got a higher value each now. Remove. I get to remove two? And remove. Not going to miss the halberd here. I'm not sure I did that wrong. I definitely did that wrong. But our activity is higher. Let's see. When you have normal magic and elite monsters of the same at the same time. Let's see. When you have at least 3 groups of pests. Well, we did. When adding a monster that has a 75% chance to mutate into an Amberon and get a bunch of extra activity. Let's see. Select one group of monsters to mutate into Amberons. Select one group to mutate them to pests. Add one group of Agitos. Go with that. Would like some more monsters. We're currently up to 76k. We have 2 purple chests. We're not doing great this time. Got to admit. Add a group of bone sentries, 73 to their quantity. Possibility of mutating them into Amberons, but they're already Amberons if I choose that one. It's like one group of monsters into Amberons. Sorry, Amberons. That is Agitos or Amberons? It was Amberons. No, we don't want to randomly mutate another, so we can go with that. And the Agitos will become an Amberon if I can ever select it. Right again. It chose another one. Interesting. That was not an expected result. Alright, we currently have no rare monsters. We have 3 magic monsters and 1 common monster. So you add one group of Amberons and 31 to their activity. Add one group of Agitos. Add 41 to one random group and mutate them into a random monster. Sure. Gray matter. Spinal solution. It's not selecting. It's showing them. You see, I'm not convinced that it's actually going to work on them. Yeah, it doesn't have confirmed. It's even, I mean, I can hear the clicky sound. Okay. I don't know what the problem is. They're not highlighting. I honest to God don't know what the problem is. Let's add. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't. One group of bone and 73 to their quant. Add 40 quant to a random group. If they are bone sentries, they gain a whole bunch more. That's a 2 and 5 shot. Select 1 to 2 groups and 52 and mutate them into rare monsters. Definitely want that. Into rares. Where's our most expensive? Well, that would be... Come on. Okay, we got him. And him. They're both going to be rare and have more quantity. Come on. They're making me work for it here. I don't know if it's me. It's got to be me. I can't believe that it's that flaky for everybody. All right. Now we have surgical protocols. Large areas of medical acupuncture needles. Cyst rupture therapy. Let's go with that one. 20 skull nails. Less damage taken by me. See if that'll be enough to get us the next tier. It did. Not a very good showing. 5 purples. We'll start the surgery. And we'll get rewards in these chests on the sides. So, oh, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I hate that mob. I hate him so much. You have to be careful because that's him again. Crap. I don't know what's freezing me. I didn't think I had anything that was going to be freezing. I would go out of my way to avoid things that could freeze me, as an example of things that I don't. Okay, it's the red schmutz. When the red schmutz is flying, I do not want to walk into that, as it's bad. Like that. Surgery. Phase 3. I can see the schmutz over there. Could the schmutz stop, please? Thank you. Ooh, that's something I hadn't seen before. Those spirals of balls. Don't say it. Don't say it. These will not have very good rewards, but there are going to be a lot of them. It is kind of a very full and rewarding mechanic, at least in terms of numbers of things. I have been hit again by the schmutz. It's great wood schmutz. It does look like, I can't tell if it's incidental, but my shield seems to regenerate from the schmutz. It may just be because I'm not being hit by anything. All the schmutz is doing is freezing. You done? Surgery is a complete success. We got enough optional upgrades for killing things to get us to 6 purple chests. Still not as good as 4 purple and 2 red, but item spam coming in. This is the first tube. See what I mean? Hey, contrary to what that thing says, I don't need or wear it. Underwhelming. Not an amount, that's for sure. Flame sand. Blast button. And that is the League mechanic. And we've got enough points I can turn around and do it again. And these are getting higher level items, which are more likely to be something I could actually use in the build. You can do a lot more crafting onto them, as an example. No, I don't think so. Close, though. And another Eternal Moon. That one's got a lot of energy potential. Go over here. Yeah, that's a better Eternal Moon. That's a one-hander, though. Let's see. Stash that away. Stash that away. The mechanic allows you to get goodies that you have got, like these legs, and apply some stuff that you have removed from uniques and put them in there to sort of mix and match the stuff from uniques. I'm going to try again. Alright, let's see. When you have a rare boss Agitos, plus 80 activity to one random group. When removing a monster that's not a Bone Sentry, 150 quantity to a random group. That seems good. Okay. Alright, we want to remove... We're going to be... Whenever we can, we're going to be removing stuff, but we do not want to remove Bone Sentries. Alright, so we start with 2 bits of pests and 1 of animals. Select 1 to 2 and mutate them into rares. Mutate them into randoms. Randomly mutate them to 3 groups of monsters that are not Amberons. We mutate the pests and increase their quant. 25 quant to 1 random group of monsters. If they're pests, add a group with the same name and 25 to their quant. Mutate them into Bone Sentries. We don't want to remove Bone Sentries, so select group and add 127. Remove 1 group of monsters of a different archetype. That should be fine. We remove the parasitic butterfly. Well, that's our highest value. That makes me sad. Interesting. It didn't remove it. Not always clear on all of the mechanics, obviously. You think? Select 1 group of monsters, add. Select 1 group and mutate to Amberons. 50% chance to random mutate another. Sure, mutate them into Amberons. Why not? Like 1 group of monsters at 20 if they're not Amberons. Mutate them into Amberons. Select 1 group and 31 activity. No. Remove them. Add 2 groups of magic monsters of random archetypes. Okay. The beanie. And that activated. 2 Amberons and an Agitos. Select 1 group and mutate into Amberons with a 50% chance to mutate another. Select 1 group of monsters, 41 to their activity, 50% chance to mutate them into Amberons. 1 group of pests. We can't do pests, so I guess the Agitos is becoming 50% chance of becoming an Amberon. Nope. Let's see. Add 1 group of Agitos. Select 1 group of monsters, mutate them into bone, and no. You want to add. Select 1 to 2 groups of monsters and add 52 quantity, mutate them into rares. Well, right now, our highest point values, Scorpid and Pilgrim. Select 1 group of monsters, add 127 to their quant, remove 1 group. Let's. Okay, so they mutated into random. So we've got 2 of those. We now have Patrol Guard. We don't want to remove the Bone Sentries. So when you have 3 groups of normal monsters, we have 1. When you have 3 groups of magic monsters, we have 1. At the end of a round, if there are 2 groups of monsters and 1 group of monsters, add 1. If there are 6 groups of monsters, have the monster with the highest total activity devour all the others. Well, sure. Let's see. Quantity of random groups. Quantity 2 random groups. Activity. Like 1 group of monsters, add 41. Mutate them into random animals. 50%. To random monsters, 50% chance to mutate them into Amberons. If they're pests, add a group of pests. It's unfortunate like those. We're relatively late. I'm going to give it a spin and see if we can get something better. Add a group of Amberons and 31 to their activity. That sounds pretty good. Random mutate up to 3 groups that are not Amberons. 2. Select 1 to 2 monsters and fuse them into a group of pests. So that sounds like just an enormous amount of fun. There we go. That's 6,000 activity points. That's the input. 11,000 as the output. Select 1 group of monsters plus 31 activity to 2 groups of the same archetype. 41 activity group of random monsters if their Agitos awaken to rare monsters. That's probably what we'll go with. Ooh. Or we can remove. The apostate is really low value. We get 2 groups of magic monsters. And then we now have 6. Quant to a random group if they're pests. We do have pests. Add a group of pests with the same name. Like 1 to 2, mutate them into random monsters and 31 to their activity. Who gets it? The Heretical Scholar is rare. I don't want to into magic monsters. That'd be the Dust Moth and the Thorn Scale. God, we're having another terrible round. At the end of the round, for every 3 groups of monsters of the same rarity, fuse them. Currently have 3 uncommon, or 3 magic. End of the round, 15 activity, 15 for both. Both are higher than 150. We have nothing that qualifies. Every 2 rounds, 1 random group of monsters within each rarity awaken to monsters that are tiers higher in rarity. Alright, we're getting close to at least getting 1 purple. Monsters gain attack, that's medium. We're going to go high. Skull Nails, explosive. Skull. Trepanation. There we go. 4 purple. That was a big one. All right, 4 purple. Same thing we had last time. Let us begin surgery. Still not a great run. I hate those guys. Hate them. Would not want to date them. Spew. Surgery phase 2. Alright, we got explodies coming out regular. I think that's the first time I've had to deal with explodies. So I can go through. They have a time. Whoops! Don't like him. Did you not? Good. There's a... Croak. Ooh, did some damage. Don't like that. Don't like the mines. They are not fun. Mine's not fun. The Red Plague Cerberus, not fun. Lens runs around the periphery of her big room in circles. Clockwise. We're up to 5 purples, or 6 purples. So we have managed it. Elevate to see if we can. No, we didn't get anything into the red. We didn't die, so that's one. No shortage of stuff, I think we can agree. Back is bothering. The old man is continuing his long process of slow degradation. Identify the one unique we got. I already have one of those. Let's see if it's better or worse. Whichever one's worse is about to be sacrificed to the gods themselves. Not really. Let's see. Will. That one has 30. This one has 38. 44 to 60, 10 and 5. 44 to 58, 17 and 5. I think that one's actually slightly better. Inventory. Recycle. Get everything, including that. Vorax imprint. Can I actually do anything with that? Let's find out. That one's got the most energy. I have not done any of the Vorax crafting yet. Imprint materials have not been selected. I don't have any. I've not destroyed any legendary shoes. Let's pick some crappy shoes to destroy. That'll do. No, that didn't give out any legendary boot abilities, we'll call them. Yeah, those all actually have some kind of use, I would say, potentially. By another character, and let's just we'll continue on our way. We will go to. We can now advance ourselves to time mark 4. Bosses, mobs, maps, all getting tougher. We have 2 more points to spend. We've opened up a couple of the league mechanics. Black Sail, I don't really enjoy the Black Sail mechanic. The cube's not bad. Cube of Craving from Cube of Rapacity. Drop quantity for Malice Incarnation. It's quantity. Quantity. Let's see, what are the sort of the intermediate values? 10% chance to consume less desire crystals. Well, who wants less desire? Malice to be accumulating. It will let me activate. Alright, we got the first 2 points in there. Again, everything's free to respec, I believe, until you hit level 90, and we're ways off from level 90. We have 4 of the little activation beacons. That's going to require what? 6? 6. So I can buy 2 rank 4 Steel Forge. 2 rank 4 Steel Forge. Two Steel Forge rank 4. Which will be enough for this to get us through. Let's go for the Wall of the Pure. I myself obviously am pure. What? Buy more storage space? Actually, they're really generous with the storage space. That is bought with a currency that you earn in-game. Where they make their money is sort of, there are a couple of ways. You die? Cosmetics, obviously. Season pass. And then the pets. Where did everyone go? Because the pets do have, is the pay to win. The rest of it is, I want to play the new class. Or I want the goodies from the battle pass. Or I want to look pretty. Gotta say, I can understand the I want to look pretty a lot more in an MMORPG than I can in ARPG. When most of the time, nobody can see you in an ARPG. Oop, that's the bad guy. Go away, oh bad guy. With the bad breath. Oh, that's it. He almost killed me. Hate him. Not a fan of his. And him and his bad breath that he insists on sharing with the rest of the class. Nope. We're going back in. These are the League mechanic mobs, and they can be very dangerous. At least the big ones, like the goofy-looking caterpillar of death. Don't recognize that icon. Oh, okay. What is it? Ah! This is like they had sort of a truck robbery league, let's call it. Oh, something's still running away. Damn it. Combo! Oh, he keeps going. Carjack has ended. Okay. You know, when I think of lovable game mechanics, I think carjacking is the way to go, you know? Crime rating. I am Thea Lenz, charged with armed robbery or armed arbory. Wow. Okay, level up criteria, carjack at time mark 7. We're not at time mark 7. So we can't upgrade. Okay. That was a league I did not play, so I know... Well, you know just about as much as I know about it. Okay, that's starting to get a little bit closer to something I can use to replace those lawns that I farmed up early in the game. We have got more League mechanic bad guys. More flame sand. Those are crafting materials for the most part. These things are crafting materials are used to as currencies to buy, say, maps. Bad guy. Big bad guy. Big sort of rotating knives. Imperishable feet. Excuse me, sir? Got a new pact point. Another reduction in XP lost when you die. New talent point. Nope. Maybe. That's not bad. Are those worth it? You get a good bunch of energy shield, a couple of resists. No, the other things. Got focus blessing up most of the time. Scorching wave. Yeah, we got focus blessing most of the time. I'm going to AFK for just a sec and refill my coffee cup. Let's watch the old man try and lever himself out of the chair with his back bothering him. Slowly, but I'm coming. Pardon the theatrical grunting. Where are we at over here? Four more to go to open up the boss fight. Hey, Borp. Lots of badness. That's that asshole who has killed me and killed my friend who was just joining us over here before. Died to this guy. Ah, he almost got me again. He's just extraordinarily bad news. That Cerberus or Kerberos or whatever they want to call him. His channeled cone attack, it sucks and blows. We've got tarot cards. Lost that die. Not very much. This is an old League mechanic. It'll flip into a tarot, and the tarot will designate what kind of attacks or mobs are going to be appearing. I don't remember most of them. I remember the Hermit because I've seen it. The Devil used to be bad, and I think it's just because he launches. When they die, all of his mobs launch weapons. That's what makes the Devil dangerous. We got two more tarot cards coming up. I don't think it always gives you the same number. It's death. I think you gotta get out of those circles. Unsurprising that it would be killing you if it's death. Got another card. Alright, the star I remember, it drops basically a barrage of kabooms all over the place. was an okay lead mechanic, not a great one. I don't have much memory of it other than sort of the basic functionality, not like sort of the end game as to what you're trying to do. Like in this one, you're eventually going to be going to the operating theater, mutating monsters and stuff. And the more of those you get, the more chests and the higher the quality of stuff in the chests. I don't remember what the similar mechanic was for the tarot. As I've said, the league mechanics vary from okay to really quite good. Boss, I believe. Yeah. Sip. Going back in. All right, this will finish up the first four, and then we'll do a 2-pip pair of maps to ready us for the Time Mark 4 boss for this particular series of maps. Any of the time work stuff because we need those. That's a dead end, but there is a boss type down there. That XP, you know. Not that we're racking up much in the way of XP. We're right now right in the right side of the W hotkey bar down. Where we end up in this map. We have another carjacking. Whatever the hell that's called. That's the bad man again. That we do not want to have anything to do with. Two! There are two of them now. One can die at least. Yeah, they're both dead. Screw those guys. I'm going home. Eight of our skills supports just leveled up. We got runners. Crap. That's an awful lot of stuff. Not NGL, as they say. That's an awful lot of stuff. We got runners. The carjack has ended. Holy crap. Awful lot of stuff going around for an ended carjack. Anything worth picking up? Probably not. Because my weapons are so good, I'm not picking up weapons probably for some length of time because they really have to be quite good for a rare to be better than what I'm using. And that's where your biggest improvements in most ARPGs actually happen. Weapons. Thank goodness I got a girdle. This was for the hijack. Yeah, we're still not to time mark 7. We're nowhere close. We're in time mark 4. And as you might suppose, that is, in fact, less than 7. The more you know. We'll skip the little thing to the left, the little cul-de-sac. Oh, I want that. Boss fight, I think. And he didn't drop diddly squat. No. Evasion? We're not evasion based. We don't need extra mana. Recycle, all that. And I believe it's 2 more before we get to the Steel Forge boss at time mark 4. Ooh, our first, what are they called? Can't even remember what the hell they're called. These kind of items. Sort of a 2-dimensional Soma cube. Or a, what are they called? Penta something. It'll be my first one of those for the league. The Statue of War is one of the mechanics. Go ahead. Finish that out. Let's activate the Statue of War. And I believe we just need to kill things as fast as we can to keep the Statue of War operating. To give you the rewards at the end. That's the countdown there, and every time you kill certain numbers of mobs, it adds to the clock time you've got. Got 26 seconds left. Flame fan. 12 seconds left. My inaccuracy in clicking is costing me. Old man, no longer accurate at clicking. Alert the media. We're almost out of time. Did not seem to get anything in the way of the wall. Bossy time. We did a big circle, and the bossy type is at the far. This is a map we do not like, because we always forget, even after we've done it several times, that the boss is kind of in the middle. And it runs in a big circle, and generally that's a crap kind of map for an ARPG in general. Alright. Boss. We got our first Divinity Slater. It's coming anyway. They're just another sort of layer buffing your character. Did we actually get one? We did. And you need to move it and get multiples and try and fit as many as possible into the the square initially, and they add a couple more at level 90, 8 more. Is giving me mana and cold damage. Don't need the mana. Don't do cold damage. So that will be replaced when we start getting Steel Forge. One last one, and that's, we're going to get a Divinity Slate here at the end. Should. I think it said bosses drop an additional 1 to 2. Oh, I successfully inflicted no damage on that nothing that I cast the spell. I'm sure that they are appropriately schooled. Feel a sneeze lurking in my sinuses. We'll see if it appears. Sneezing, always a dicey matter when you have him back. And he's dead. We got 2. Very nice. And we dinged 79. Also nice. Mini slate. And another point, so that'll be 2 points. We have 2. Spendaroo. Deterioration damage. There's a guy whose back is bothering him. I can definitely sympathize. The navigation. No. Yeah. You got, yeah. Install. That's area, projectile speed, and critical strike rating. The area is definitely good. This one will install right there. You can also spend some resources to have them reshape themselves or rotate. That is attack damage, fire pen, and minion fire pen. Those are useless to me. But hey, I actually have some divinity slates. Season. Specimen extinction. We've hit 1600. I'm not sure what this field is. Congrats, I obtained Bloodthirsty Glee, a portrait. Okay. It's possible I'm not evincing enormous amounts of enthusiasm. Dex doesn't matter. No. Recycle those. Now we've got a boss fight for Steel Forge Watcher on time mark 4. Guaranteed to get 2 points for the talent trees. Could get some beacons. Physical damage to attacks and spells. I'm not sure. That's a lot of critical strike rate. Those seem to be, to me, quite rare drops to pop up. The boss uncommon. Also, starting here, the bosses are going to get tougher. Also, it doesn't help that he just keeps teleporting to me. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Alright, these rotate. That's one of his attacks that he does. I think we're actually doing damage. They rotate faster later. Again, up. Okay. Oh, and it goes back the other direction. Isn't he clever? Oop, that hit really hard. Hey, jerk. Come on, man. Seriously. Not funny, guy. Not funny. Alright, we got him. Real quick, we'll get our 2 points in. We're adding points in. Cube mechanic. Empty out the inventory and we'll try another batch of the League mechanic. I think we have a Scorching Wave. Gloves with like a watch on them. Boom gloves, 29 energy. Boom gloves, small amount of energy. Take out. Put in. That's a ring we do not have. Frozen Lightning. Converts lightning to cold. And the boom was over here? No. I've sworn we had another boom. Or Scorching Wave, sorry. Guess not. I'm wrong. Alert the media. We will now recycle this. Parts. I'm going to do League Mechanic again. We will abandon Surgery because we finished that one. And we'll start a new surgery. Let's see. Plus 35 activity to all monsters when a monster mutates into an amber. Okay. When removing a monster that is not Bone Sentry, 150 quantity to 1 random. When you have rare or boss Agitos, plus 80 activity to 1 random of monsters in each round. What do we have? We have an Agitos who is rare. Well, we just don't want to lose the Taboo Scholar then. Much with the rest of them. We do have a rare. Yeah, rare. Alright, the Taboo Scholar is what we want to keep. We add 1 group of pests. 50% chance to add an additional 2. We need more stuff to sacrifice to things. So we're going to add some Viviparous Hormone. Go. It did give us a whole bunch of them. The Dust Moth actually has an awful lot of activity going on, so that's good. Select 1 group of monsters, add 61 of their activity, remove the monsters to their left. We like the Taboo Scholar, so if we select him, he'll get 61 to his activity and move the Ember Beast to his left. Add 1 group of pests now, select 1 to 2, and 52, and mutate them into rare. Ooh, that's better. We're going to grab a couple of... Alright, we got the Dust Moth. And the Blight Sight, I think. Okay, it mutated them. We now have more Taboo Scholars. At the end of the round, if you have at least 2 groups of Bone Sentries, we have only 1. At the end of the round, quant of higher than 275. We don't have anything, even 100 quant yet. At the end of the round, 15 activity and 15 quant to monsters with both quantity and activity higher than 150. End of the round, if you have at least 2 groups of Bone Sentries, remove 1 non-Bone Sentry. Sentry. For now, anyway. one group of monsters and remove them. Add 2 groups of magic monsters. At space. Add 1 group of bone sentries. At space. Select 1 group. 51. Remove the monsters to their left. The Taboo Scholar. We're going to remove that Ember Beast if we can actually manage to. There it was. Okay. Alright, select 1 group of monsters, add 31 activity to 2 group of monsters of the same archetype. We do not have enough monsters of any archetype to make that worthwhile. Quant to 4 random groups of monsters with a different rarity. We only have 2 rarities. Select 1 group of monsters, add 20 their activity, 41 additional quant to bone sentries, and remove the monsters to their right. Select 1 group of monsters, add 20. 41 additional quant to bone sentries, and remove the monsters to their right. That should be fine. Select 1 group and add 20 to their activity. So that should make their activity 115, should add 1,200 points worth. Come on. Why it is so cranky, I don't know. Nope, that was it. Okay. So, add 20. 41 additional quantity to bone sentries, so that one, and remove that batch of mobs. So that should go up to 84 mobs. No, to 115 activity. That should go up to 129 mobs, and that one should go away. It removed that. Don't know why. Quantity add to 1 if they're pests. Add a group of pests with the same name. Well, we have a 40% chance of them being pests. Group of monsters, add to their activity. This takes effect 2 times for magic agitos and 3 times for rare and boss agitos. Okay, well, we're definitely going to use that on the Taboo Soldier because it's going to go add like 90 activity to him. Which should take him up to about 12,000 total activity. 13,000. All right, we have now all 6 chests available. When adding a monster, it has 75% chance to mutate into an Amberon. Add 80. And you have 3 groups of magic monsters. At the end of a round of activity, monsters with both quant and activity higher than 150. We don't have anything close to that yet. When adding a monster, well, I'm not sure how much adding we're going to do, but select 1 group of monsters, mutate into agitos, and awaken them as magic. Do that on one of those. 25 quant to a random group of monsters if they're pests. Add 1 group of pests with the same name. And increase their quant. The thing is, my pests are pretty bad. Those ones are terrible. Add a group of pests. We already have a mechanic that says when adding a monster, it has a 75% chance to mutate. So we're going to add a group of pests. It's going to have 73 to its quantity, but it will have a chance then of also mutating and turning into whatever it did, and it was a big buff in the amount of activity they have. Let's see, add 1 group of pests now. It's like 1 to 2 monsters and remove them. Add 4 groups of random monsters. It's like 1 group, give them activity to 2 groups of monsters of the same archetype. We don't have enough. So we'll add it to the agitos. Green bile solution. 2 groups of monsters, mutate them into random magic monsters. Add 31 to their activity. That's pretty good. It's like 1 group, do 1 random group. We want to turn both of these into random magic. Both came in as bone sentries. Let's see. Add a group. No. Add one group. No. Select a group. Monsters mutate them into bone sentries and add. Well, oh, we lost. We lost our Agitos. I have no idea why. It's got to be one of these. Where are boss Agitos? Oh, yeah. The bone sentries came in and activated that. Yep, I forgot about that. Add a group of pests and 73 to their quant. Add an Amberon group, add 31 to their activity. Select one group of monsters, mutate them into bone sentries, and add 62. Their quant. Okay, we're gonna. We have changed our mind. We're going full bone sentries. That added 2 more purple chests. We're at 3 purple and 3 white quality chests. 41 activity to 1 random group of monsters and mutate them into random monsters. 50% chance to Amberons. Select 1 to 2 groups and mutate to rares. Add 1 group of Agitos. Well, we currently can use some more critters because we have 2 open chests. I have no idea what happened. Do they automatically get eaten for that? At the end of each round. At the end of each round, if you have 2 groups of bone sentries, remove non-sentry. Okay. We're now doing the surgical procedures. Cyst ruptures. Those were annoying. Let's go with the frontal lobe. We need 152k to get another purple chest. I've never had much problem with those, so. Or those. Come on, gimme. No, 4 purple. We'll start the surgery. But in the last couple times I had 4 purple, I managed to kill enough stuff, as it were, that we got bonus purple chests. Well, the bone sentries are sort of the human race. Figuring that out now. Surgery phase 2. Surgery phase 3. Oh, we got the freeze again. That's not good. That's really bad. I almost died. Not a fan of dying, so I'd say we'll avoid. I really hate that. I hate the freeze. All right, counterclockwise now. Oops. Yeah, well, we finished it. We have 5 purple and 1 non-purple. Start with the non-purple. Disappointed we are. It was a relatively quick one, though. $20 flame sand, very nice. We're starting to get some of the next tier of gear. A rotten organ. I've been called worse. I keep waiting and hoping for my first FE currency for the auction house. The build is going okay. Hey, dude. I was concentrating. Well, Okay, as close to concentrating as I come. Oh, a new hat. I have a new hat, guys. My old hat had 8 energy. This has 5 energy, but we can add additional energy. What's energy, you may ask? Go ahead. In fact, I'll do a little crafting on the hat I just got. We'll start with the crafting. We can reroll dexterity. We don't want dexterity. We don't really care about dexterity. It's going to cost us one of these and one of those. Max life, minion damage, or max mana. Of those, we'd rather have max life. Give me max life, please. We got max life. Yay. We will confirm that. And we have improved the hat. Now we will improve the hat a little further. We'll go to gear empowerment. And we'll have the hat again. You see it has 5 out of possible 21 energy. 10's not good enough. 14 will do for now. So, what the energy does... I believe we're going to get some crafting claims here. Yep. I've reached 150 energy. His energy is required. Let's see, we're currently at... So we can afford another 25 energy. First of all, we can upgrade those. Alright, we only have restraint on that one. We have aura amplification. Over here, is that? That's 50, right? It allows us to open up more slots. Won't let us put Terrain of Malice on. I'm not sure why. It's a curse, so I think we have to be able to play an additional curse before we can add that one. Cooldown reduction seems fine. Let's see if we have... I doubt we have enough decryptions for this guy. Oh, we do have enough for, I think, 1 batch. No. 3 batches of secrets of the glacial abyss. Confirm. It's like 3 batches of flame stuff. Oh, it's all flame sand. Kind of hoping for a flame elemental. Elementium. Well, see where we are. We've done the Steel Forge. I think we need... Okay, we've got enough. We can do the Glacial Abyss. Hopefully get 1 drop for that. We can do that, and then come down here for the Thunder Wastes, and that will open up time mark 5. You basically need to do each time mark for each available one. This is the first, so you do that. Time mark 2, you do those 2. Time mark 3, you do those 3, and now we're in time mark 4. We'll get to that eventually, and that will give time mark 5. That's sort of how you level through the tiers. It's the equivalent in Path of Exile. Energy of me is something I sadly lack most of the time. Let's go for Depraved Black Sails. Our matey, there be pirates here. Was everyone taken care of? Is everyone dead? Very nice. You guys lied. You weren't all dead. Fibbers. Lots of purple beams. I like purple beams. They're great flavor. They'll die so prettily, don't you think? That was why there was an enormous thing peering over my head. Bad man. Wanted to hurt me. I don't know why. I'm nice. Actually, to quote, I can't remember the name of the character, played by Oliver Reed, in one of the Sam Spade movies. I'm nice to be nice to, and I'm not nice not to be nice to. That thing. Got, oh, this is Malice. This is one of the league mechanics from the past. That thing is huge! Huge mungus! No problem. Had it. Might have been the big sleep. Maybe the Robert Mitchum big sleep. I'm nice to be nice to. But I'm not nice not to be nice to. Boss over here, I think. Oh, he was. The cube has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, the cube. It's purely random what you're going to get. That's super, super rare. That would be 10 Flame Elementium, of which I have none. That would be an enormous, stupidly good drop. The others are various rarities. Cost 20 to covet something. We have 44, so we're going to get 2 things, and I believe they get replaced. That, which is the currency, and that, which might be good. We'll find those rewards. That's the cube. That's pretty much the entirety of the cube. There are available hero memory slots. Ah, we hit the level. Well, that's the only one we've got on us. 2.7 movement speed, sure. We'll replace those eventually. What do we need? Let's see. When inflicting desecration on an elite for the first time, it deals true damage equal to 3% of their max life, 30% of the max desecration attacks also apply. I think we want, and that's a quality name. Onset of Depravity, that is extreme desecration, also a really good name. That's the one we want. It has the little star on it. Which means for this build, that's the one we want. So I was right. I didn't even bother to check. Desire crystals could be granted by defeating Malice incarnations in the stage. Can be used to covet items from the cube. We did. Nope. 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 Attack damage and critical strike rating. These are not things we use. That was our first Glacial Abyss Watcher Prelude map. We need 5 more. And fight a boss. Not because we need to fight bosses, but because bosses need to be fought. He did. I instructed him what to do, and even the monsters do it. They're pretty. Oh, that's the bad monster. The Red Plague Cerberus. Oop, you're a little too close. Haha, channeling attack not hit me now, is it, you jerk? Get stuck on a lamppost. I have a friend who would sympathize. She's always running into these lampposts in Guild Wars 2 racing. Cooldown reduction, leveled up, very nice. Back to Glacial Abyss. I don't like those. Little yellow floaty balls that follow you until you basically go through them. Just annoying. They're just annoying. Why can't they all just give me all of their loot? I believe that's called Diablo 4. Shots fired. Those yellow floaty balls. You've got to go back past them so that they ignite after you're past. It's just... What do we miss? Bacon. Bacon! Hands of Calamity. That's right. Bosses. Here, sort of middle. In a smaller area. Boop, back in. Or out. This is more or less the final form. It's not the build I was intending. The build I was intending turned out to be literally not a thing. As the build guide, the built-in system for saving a build guide, no longer applied and therefore did nothing. It was from last league. And I did not, I guess, did not do my due diligence checking that stuff out. Although I will note that streamers leaving stuff up from a league that no longer applies. I'll give Muckluck full credit, and every time there's like new build changes, they'll go back through his old builds and annotate them if, yeah, this build no longer functions the same. Muckluck, good fellow. Seems all right. All right, last one. This will give us this, and then we'll have another little 2-pip series of maps, and then boss, and then we'll do the league mechanic again, and that's probably going to do it. For the evening. Not forever. Fear not. I hate those little Cerberus. Those red plague Cerberus are bad. They're just bad. Yep, that's why they're bad. Their channeled attack. It sucks. The only thing I would say I'm actually have to worry about. There probably will. That I can run into at this level that could kill me, but that's the only one that I immediately know that I'm in danger. Hey, I got some insulation. Anyone need some of that for the winter? Another one of those damn Cerberus. Cerberus. Kerberoses. Whatever it is that throws up the big cold blue hand is a little bit intimidating. I'm not sure whether it can actually kill me. But it is worrisome. Balls again. Bossy mob. You could fall over now. Another level up, I assume. Yep. Cooldown reduction. Another level up for that. You got that. I don't know how I picked that up. Fat fingering again, I guess. I don't know. More damage, but a lot less survival. Yeah. Alright, 2 more in Glacial Abyss. Let's see that. No, 4 is there. Most of these currencies I cannot remember for the life of me what they do until I see them in this again. Like, oh yeah, that's what that one's for. Alright, we are doing cube stuff again, so mobs we're killing will get some malice. Why malice? Currency, I'm not entirely sure. Do not walk into the rotating knives, Lens. We've had this discussion before. That's a whole bunch of malice up there. So for every 20 malice we get, malice here on the side, every 20 malice gives us a spin of the cube for some randomness. Ooh, we went up another level. Go me. More deterioration damage. I can tell you that deterioration does damage. Another pact point. Less XP lost upon death. And it's not actually XP gained. I think it's basically you lose XP from what you're doing. Because as someone who has played D&D since maybe a year after it was first published, so I have second print of the first edition, the stupidest thing was always experience. I removed that from my group, and it made no sense to me. Don't we learn from our mistakes? Theoretically, I mean, many of us don't actually learn from our mistakes. But the theory is that we learn from our mistakes, right? So why do you lose experience? You should gain experience from time. Why are you still there? Not dead. So. Oh, that's a lot of rotating knives. Boss. We've got 44, same as last time. All right. Super, super rare. 50 Flame Elemental would be stupidly good. So, sure, I'd like that. You notice the rarest thing here is rare. Sure, sure. Oh, actually, there is an end. Yeah, that's what we got. We'll claim those. So many currencies. One more map, boss, and then League Mechanic. Oh, nothing up there. Nothing up my sleeve. Resto! That is an old guy TV reference. He's large. I'm not an enthusiast about him. He's big. He was big. But it turned out he was actually small time. You're getting lots and lots of bigger monsters popping up. Hey, if you like blowing up shitloads of monsters, offers a great many monsters that you can blow the shit out of. We don't want to be here. Look at all those purple beams of death. I mean, come on. I mean, maybe you don't like purple. We're at 51 cube points. No, it's just there. We get to 60 and get 3 spins. Probably not, maybe. No, just 2 spins. No super rares this time. Oh, that's an ultra rare. Possibly useful. Both possibly useful. Let's see. No, that's one we already had, right? Elemental damage taken. That's not bad. It's good defense. And the wilt. I can't remember if this uses wilt or not. I don't think it does. Alright. Glacial Abyss Watcher boss mob at time mark 4? 5? 4, I think. We had 5. 3. I think we're at 5. 4. 5? I can't remember. Obviously, I can't remember because I keep saying 4. 5. 5. 4. He keeps shooting stuff at me and missing. Loser. Do not get into the circle of poop around him. It's icy cold poop, but poop nonetheless. Got him. A reverse mirror. I have no idea what it is, but I approve of the name. It's for survival. Armor. Not big on armor. Energy shield. The sun shooter longbow and the reverse mirror. Spell block damage if you have blocked recently for every 4 meters of movement. Enemies to attack. Stacks of agility blessing. 50% chance to gain agility blessing for 6 meters. Don't get it. It's me. I don't understand what it's supposed to do. The mechanics in the game are not necessarily obscure, but often not clear. It's a slight difference. Insulation and insulation. Plus 12 max energy. 1 to 98, 7, 26, 19. Looks like that. Minus 10% lightning resistance versus plus 7. Okay, that one can go away then. Let's go in here. There. Alright, we're going to do the league mechanic one more time, and then I'm going to call it an evening. But first, we're up to level 8 for this season. 20 torch emblems can be changed for amazing rewards in the pass shop. I'm dubious. Pass shop. Now have 320. I can buy. I own the Iron Wings. These are costing like. Oh, that's down to 1,000. Okay. Well, these are things where theoretically, if I could continue to play, I could get enough. Okay, we can buy, yeah, those things. So not much just yet, but then I'm not that deep, and the season just started, so anyway. Let's go. Well, we're going to abandon the previous surgery. Start from scratch. Okay, we have got 2 pests and an Amberon for starters. When you have a rare or boss Agitos, right, when you have at least 2 groups of Agitos, to all monsters when a monster mutates into an Amberon. We currently don't have any Agitos. I've had problems keeping Agitos in place. It's a lot of activity to add. Alright, let's try to get a rare or boss Agitos and keep them in play. Select 1 group of monsters to mutate them into Bone Sentry. Add 1 group of Bone Sentries. Alright, we added a group of Bone Sentries. Select a group of monsters and remove them. Add 2 groups of Magic Monsters from random archetypes. That's pretty good. Add a past 50% chance to adding 2 more. Maybe 1 more. Activity to all pests for every group of pests you have. I have 2 groups of pests. I'm going to select 1 to remove. The Putrid Fly. Alright, we now have an Agitos. We would like to get him up to rare or better. Select 1 group of monsters to mutate into Agitos and awaken them into magic monsters. Everything is already magic. Randomly mutate up to 3 groups of monsters that are not Amberons into Amberons. A lot of Amberons. Quantity, if they're pests, add a group of pests. With the same name in 25. Okay, we do have Blood Mantis as well. This is rare. Let's actually do the rare. Let's see what we get. Alright, we have got now a lot of Amberons. 40 quant to 1 random group of monsters if they're Bone Sentries. We don't have. Add 1 group of Amberons and 31 to their activity, or select 1 group of monsters, add 61 to their activity, remove the monster to their left. No, let's add a group of Amberons. We are Amberon crazy right now. Oh, the Red Plague Cerberus. I hate them. That's a boss tier. Amberon. Reason I hate them. 41 activity to random group. If they're Agitos, they awaken to rare monsters. That'll give us our rare Agitos we were looking for. Why I have to keep clicking around to try and find the hot spot, I have no idea. Click back here and we'll try again. I mean, it is an Agitos. Oh, activity to 1 random group. If they're an Agitos, they awaken. It's a 1 in 6 shot. Sure. The 1 in 6 hit. At the end of the round, fuse 2 random groups of magic monsters into rare Agitos. Oh, yes, please. Cleansing Ointment. Select 1 group of monsters and 20 of their activity, 41 quant to Bone Sentries. Select a group. Add 20 of their activity, 41 additional quant to Bone Sentries, and remove the monster. Right, we have no Bone Sentries. 1 group of monsters, add 61. We would be removing 32 quant to 4 random monsters, each with a different rarity. We have common, uncommon. Yeah, that's actually really good. Because we have a bunch that'll. Okay, it ate that. I'm not sure why. the end of the round, fuse 2 random groups of magic monsters into the rare Agitos. We now have 2 rare Agitos. Excellent. Okay. At the end of the round, for every 3 groups of monsters of the same rarity you have, fuse them into 1 group of monsters of higher rarity. Currently, we cannot do that. When you have normal, magic, and elite at the same time, plus 20 activity to all monsters each round. Normal, we do not have any rare. At the end of the round, plus 20 activity to all monsters with quant higher than 275. We have only 1 of those at present. Select 1 group of monsters, add 30 to their activities. Takes effect 2 times for magic Agitos and 2 times for rare and boss Agitos. It's a rare. So theoretically, we should get 90 activity added on to the 283. That's going to be a shitload of points if that works. Each with a different rarity, no. 1 random monster if they're bone sentries, no. We definitely want that. Yeah, it went from 25 to 56. We're already up to 4 purple. Round 8. Yay! Let's see. Pests, no. Select 1 group of monsters, 31 activity. 2 group of monsters in the same archetype. We have only 1. Well, we could do... Plague Cerberus scares me, actually. So, select 1 group of monsters and remove them. Add 2 groups of magic monsters from random archetypes. And add 25 to their quant. I hate the Red Plague Cerberus. Kerberos. Alright, we now have 3 groups of rare Agitos. Mutate them into pests and add 1 group of monsters of the same name. Select 1 group of monsters, add 41 to their activity. 50% chance to mutate them into Ingrons. Mutate them into pests. Select 1 group of monsters and mutate monsters to their right to identical copies, plus 31 to the activity for both. Activity to 1 random. If they're Agitos, they awaken into rare. All of our Agitos are already rare. What is awaken exactly? Its rarity changes. It gains activity based on the rarity, right? So that in fact would not work because they do not awaken. Select 1 to 2 groups of monsters and remove them. Add 4 groups of random monsters. So, select 1 group of monsters and mutate the monsters to their right into identical copies. Well, this should mutate that into an apostate Agitos. It did. An uncommon. Or a magic, sorry. Rare magic monsters deal 22. Oh, we're into that phase. The skull nails isn't bad. Really. The laser scalpels I've not had any real problem with. They're all purple. Can we get a red? Can we get to 266 and get a red box? Probably not. No. So, 6 purples, but we have a shot at getting upgrades by killing everything in the surgery. Let's go. You'll note the stage level was 69, so that's nice. Don't have any of those damn Kerberoses. I've never actually had. I've never had green eggs or green. Initial thought would be that can't possibly be healthy. I don't know if it's a sanitary problem or what it is, but something was firing a beam that I would like to avoid. And it continues to fire it every once in a while. That central. Now it seems to be spinning faster. I'm definitely not a fan of that. We're into surgery, phase 3. Oh, don't like that, whatever that was. Not a fan. Something there. A bunch of mobs took 1.7 million in hits. I didn't like that. Have at least one red chest. Upgraded. We have 5 purple and a red right now, and that's the final tally. If you haven't seen a loot spam, here we go. That's the first of the purple boxes. Second purple. Now, granted, I haven't got any active ground spam loot filters coming. I got a fine organ out of that. Please, insert your own joke here. You can see purple, purple, red. Open the purples first, because obviously we're going to open the purples first. Here we go. This is the red one. Rotten organ. Another rotten organ. Excellent. Ooh, you just can't get enough rotten organs. You know? They're just the best. If you have a thing. So that's the League mechanic in action. And I'm going to call it here for the evening. Thanks all of you very much for hanging out tonight. As always, I'm very appreciative. Tomorrow will be Sunday because days of the week, I understand them. I should be back at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 Europe, 1 in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Oh crap, back here with this game? Maybe? Don't know. I'm kind of in sort of a flux state right now, waiting for the next thing to grab me by the lapels and insist I play. Anyway, back tomorrow. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Saturday evening, Sunday morning goes great, and the rest of the weekend goes terrific. And back tomorrow, I hope. So take care and ciao for now. Good night, guys, and thanks again.